These locks may be my favorite locks that I have ever done, and that's saying a lot because y'all know I used to live in faux locks, okay? So if y'all want to see how I handmade this lock set and installed it, then stay tuned. It's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. And of course, y'all have really been liking the video voiceover, so we're gonna just keep that going for the rest of the year and maybe into the new year, to be honest. I feel like if y'all are liking it, then why stop? It's low-key easier for me and just more fun, you know? However, I am sober today. The last tipsy one got a little crazy. If you have not seen it, definitely go watch it because it was cute, but we have no cocktails today, okay? I need to focus. So I'm about to go ahead and start the video and let's get into everything I did to get this look. I'm excited. Let's see. All right, so today's video is sponsored by WowAfrican Hair. They sent me quite a bit of hair for this look. We have 2 bundles of their Burmese curly bulk hair in 22 inches. And then I also used the Boho Kinky curly hair in 20, 22, and 24. Now, granted, I didn't end up using all of it, so stay tuned and I'll tell you exactly how much hair I used, how many locks I have. I'm gonna get real detailed today, so hold your mule, we about to get into it. Now this is their bulk kinky curly hair and the texture on it is so pretty. Of course, it's a lot more kinky once you brush it out, but these are like the little twists and coils it comes in and it's really, really cute. I like my locks to have a lot of texture on them, so I was going for like a mixed textured look and we definitely achieved that. And this is the Burmese curl hair. It's a little bit looser, but it still has a lot of texture to it. I don't know how to describe it. It's like if you started with kinky straight hair and then added a curl to it. So it's a loose textured curl, but the actual hair has like some, you know, a little something to it, which I really, really like. Made it perfect for the locks, for sure. Now, when I'm doing handmade locks and I have to pre-make them myself, I like to start with prepping my natural hair because I wanna know exactly how many locks I need. So first we need to go ahead and style my natural hair that has already been washed and conditioned. I'm using this Cantu Shea Butter leave-in and I'm also gonna use a couple of other products. But again, let's slow down, okay? Now I'm parting my hair, not perfectly. I'm not about to lie to you. When I'm doing my own hair, I do not stress about parts. I start my first row off with 3 and then from there I do a brick pattern, but I'm not focused on my parts being really perfect. I like really imperfect lived in hair, so I don't need no crispy parts, honey. I don't apply any edge control to my scalp, none of that. When I wear locks, I'm focused on moisturizing my hair and just letting it do its thing. So take this section with a grain of salt. If you want round parts, triangle parts, whatever you want to do here, go ahead and do that. But what I will say is I'm only braiding my hair down about 3 inches and then the ends of my hair I am twisting. That is very important for this style to me because twists are a lot more moldable. They bend a little bit better. So overall, your style is going to be a lot more relaxed looking if you twist the ends of your hair instead of braiding all the way down. Do what you want to do, but I suggest sectioning your hair, braiding down about 2 to 3 inches depending on the length of your hair, and then twisting the ends. I call it a bristle. Again, you do what you will. Now, this is my hair when I'm done. I only use the leave-in conditioner up until this point just to kind of give it a little bit of moisture and some slip. And now I'm going to go in with this Mielle rosemary oil on my scalp. I love a rosemary tea tree tingling moment, okay? It just feels really good on my hair. And I'm gonna top everything off with this Cantu Shea Butter kind of growth treatment. It's really thick. It gives my hair lots of moisture and kind of just seals everything we have going on in there. Now, I did this while my hair was kind of damp. It wasn't wet, but it was damp. And you really could wear your hair like this. I was kind of feeling it, but we gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. Now, for my big old head, I ended up with, I think, 47 locks, but I will go ahead and recount them. Let's double check. But when I'm making a set of handmade locks, I like to typically make 4 to 5 extra ones. You can really make more than that if you want, but I like to have a couple extras just in case I'm looking for a longer one or a shorter one or a thicker one, whatever the case may be. I like to have a couple of extra options, but knowing how many twists that you have makes it to where you don't have to just make 60, 80 locks for no reason. You kind of have a better idea of exactly what you need, and your hair is moisturized out the way while you work on your locks. So we had 47 twists. I'll need 47 locks. I ended up making about 55, I think, but I didn't have to do all of that. Now, before we can get into actually hand making the locks, we're going to prep the extensions. Now, in order to do that, okay, get it together. In order to do that, I like to wash and condition them. Now, I got a little lazy, so I didn't want to do it individually. I just filled up the sink, added a little bit of shampoo and a little bit of Dawn dish soap, and I'm giving them a gentle general wash. One, it loosens up the hair texture and makes it a little bit easy to work with. Two, I just like having clean hair, and I also selfishly want my hair to smell good, so I like using a cute little conditioner as well, just to get everything nice and tropical smelling and delicious. Okay, and also it softens the hair up a bit and makes it more manageable and all of that. Even though this hair was low-key very easy to work with. Yeah. Now, I wanted to go ahead and kind of get the vibe for exactly what I was going to do with the hair before I started filming, because it's been a minute since I've made a handmade lock set. Okay, you can check the archives. Okay, it's been a minute. So I kind of had to get back into the swing of things. I lighted my Palo Santo, a little sage. I got in the vibe, put my music on. And to be honest, this whole process was kind of therapeutic. I think I'm entering my lock era again. I fear. We'll see. But I have been thoroughly enjoying this hairstyle. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm going to the spa and it's a whole new situation. I'm going on vacation tomorrow and I cannot wait to see how this hair performs. I just know it's so cute. All right, so now we're gonna get into making the lock extensions. Okay, it's not hard, but it's a little tedious. However, it's fun. Whatever, we're about to get into the tea. So we have two textures of hair. We have the kinky curly on the right and we have the Burmese curly on the left. I took a small section of the kinky curly, a small section of the Burmese curly, and put them together and just clip them onto something. You can use one of those little racks. You can do whatever you gotta do, girl. I clipped mine onto a little pencil holder just to keep it stable. Then you're going to back comb the hair and kind of tease it up a little bit before going in with one of these. It's like a little interlocking comb they use for dreadlocks, making lock extensions. They're really easy to find on Amazon. I will link a few of them below, and you can also find them at your local beauty supply store. All you're gonna do is go in and out of the hair from multiple directions. Now, of course, there is lots of techniques to this, but to keep it really simple, go in and out, up and down until the hair feels as tight as you would like for it to. The more that you do the in and out motion with the needles, the tighter the lock gets. And I don't like mine to be super tight. I like a really fluffy, loose, like textured look. So it didn't really take long for me. It took me about, I would say 3 to 4 minutes per lock for this base. This is the base of our lock. We still have some more stuff to do in order for them to be easy to install temporarily, and we're about to get into that now. You also want to make sure when you're going in and out that you're going completely in and through the lock, and that allows it to catch more hair and create that like matting that makes the locks stay together. You want to make sure that your locks are sturdy when you make them, because you don't want them falling apart. You don't want it to just look like just keep going until you get the texture that you want, right? Okay, and now we have the base of our lock here. Now, I wanted to go for a goddess lock look, so I'm focused a lot of the Burmese curly hair at the end as well, and in order to kind of add that Burmese curly into the hair, I'm taking one more section, maybe in 1/2 inch to 1 inch thick, and this is what it looks like. And we're gonna attach this to the end of the lock that we just made. So I'm back combing that hair as well. I also cut off that little straight portion up top, and then I wrap this around the bottom of the lock, and we're going to overlay it about 2 inches. So the original lock is this long. We're gonna overlay the hair about here and interlock that at the bottom. In order to attach it, we're doing that exact same motion all the way through, all the way out. So you wanna, if this is the lock, you're gonna go this way, this way, this way. And you also kind of wanna move around and do different angles to make sure that it's really nice and tight all the way around, especially at this bottom part, because you do not wanna have your hair shedding. So, okay, lock in, friend, get in there. And once you feel like it's nice and sturdy, I like to pull on the bottom of it. You should get a couple of strands, but nothing too crazy. And eventually you should get no strands at all. So give her a little tug, see what it's giving. You also want to pull on the hair throughout the lock and just make sure it has a little integrity to it, okay? A little something to it. Now, this is what we have so far, and we could install it like this if we were trying to get permanent locks, but to install a temporary lock, I like to add the kinky curly texture to the top, and this allows for us to crochet the locks in and wrap them really, really easily. So these locks are reusable literally forever because it's 100% human hair. You can keep them. They look better over time, to be honest. They're really easy to install, and they're also easy to remove. We're about to get into all of that after we finish this lock set, okay? Now, again, we have our base of our lock. We added in the goddess curls at the bottom, and now we're going to add in that kinky curly top bit that I'm going to show you what to do with in a second. In order to add the top bit, I took a small section of the kinky curly hair, again about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch depending on how thick your actual lock is. Some people like smaller, some people like thicker. For mine, I went about 3/4 of an inch of a little section, but it's gonna vary. They don't have to be perfect. Are we here? We're going to back comb that straight part on the actual lock up top, and then we're going to apply that kinky curly hair to the top by interlocking those pieces together. I hope this is making sense. It's really, really easy, but explaining it is a little difficult, okay? If you like crocheting, knitting, paint by numbers, those little diamond arts, anything that's kind of tedious, crossword puzzles, Sudoku, child, okay? If you have a little patience, put on your show, and you can finish this process in literally a couple of hours if you really like try. Now, once I interlock that top piece, this is what we have up top. This is the actual lock, and then this is like the little curly end bit that's going to be defined in a second. Right now, she's a little fluffed up, okay? Now, after making all of my locks, this is the hair that I had left. I literally only had a little bit of the Burmese curly hair left, but I had about 1.5 bundles of the Afro kinky hair. Okay, that hair, once you fluff it out, you have more than enough. I could have really gotten away with 2 bundles of the kinky hair and 2 bundles of the Burmese curly hair, but I'm happy I have extra because now I can use those to make more locks, and I'm already plotting. Anyway, this is what the hair looks like when I was finished. This is like my full little lock set. As you can see, we have the textured locks in the middle. We have the Afro kinky curly hair coming out the top, and then we have the Burmese curly hair on the end. And I literally only use these 3 tools. I used a rat tooth comb, some scissors, and my little crochet tool. What I will say is getting a crochet needle that has more than 1 needle on it makes it a lot easier because it kind of moves a little bit faster. I've done this with the single needles before, and it takes double the time for sure. Now, before I installed the locks, I wanted to go ahead and define the curl. So I just wet it down a little bit, and I'm applying some mousse. I don't even know what brand this is. I found it. I'm visiting family, and I was, trying to get it how I live. I will tag it down below because it did a great job at defining the curls. And yeah, super easy, super quick. I let them go ahead and dry, and this is what they look like. I love the texture on these. And once the ends dry, they just look so natural and pretty and cute. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. We got to stay focused on the tutorial. Okay. Now, it's a couple days later. Okay, so my twists are not fresh, but again, like I said, I'm not really too worried about having perfect parts, so that is fine with me. And y'all are going to gag when y'all realize how easy these are to install. So quick, and it don't have to be perfect at all. So this is our lock. I'm going to put my crochet needle through the top 2 inches of it, grab my hair, slide it up, okay? And now I'm literally just going to take my crochet needle, bring it up to the middle of the lock, grab my hair, and pull it back through. Super quick, super easy, literally. If you have shorter hair, even easier, okay? Because you only gotta pull a smaller amount of hair through. It took me a minute to work my hair into these, but girl, I literally installed all of these in 45 minutes. So quick, so quick it doesn't make any sense. Okay, let me focus. So I'm going back in, grabbing my hair, pulling it through as many times as I need to. You can't do it all at one time if you have long hair. It don't work. I typically was able to get all of my hair into the lock within 2 to 3 sections, 3 to 4. The most important part is that little afro piece up top. We're gonna go through the base of the braid, grab that little afro piece, and crochet that back through. And that is what's gonna keep the lock attached to your head. It's not gonna slip, it's not gonna slide, it ain't going nowhere, honey. And once we have it through, wrap it real loose around the lock. It does not have to be perfect, and it's not gonna come untangled because the hair kind of holds on to itself really easily, and it's also really easy to remove. We'll get into that later. But this is our first lock, and I love her. She looks so cute. Now, this is what it looks like when I finish 2 rows. It's super lightweight, like crazy lightweight. Like all of the hair up top of my head doesn't hurt at all. I barely even feel it, to be honest. It's way more lightweight than synthetic locks, girl. And I am living for the texture on these. So pretty. Now, for the edges and the top, I wanted to do something a little spicy. Okay, I wanted to go ahead and add a little Burmese curl, a little boho curl type vibe to it. So I'm actually going to rebraid these sections to do it that way. So if you want to install them for a traditional goddess lock look, you'll do it exactly how I've been doing it. And if you want to do a bohemian lock look, this is how. So I'm applying a little bit of edge control, taking my boho curl, breaking my hair into 3 sections, and then I'm putting the top of the boho curl into one of those sections and just continuing to braid. You can do it other ways, you can feed it in, but to be honest, this is the easiest way for me to show you, teach you, and do myself. Take it or leave it, okay? No one's gonna see the braid underneath, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm doing the exact same thing I've been doing, which is pretty much braiding my hair down halfway and then twisting the ends, but this time I have a little curl coming out the top that I just think is so cute. Now, as far as the install process, it's the exact same. I'm going to go in, take my crochet needle up about 2 inches up the base, grab the hair, pull it through, slide it up. Boom. Now I'm doing that exact same thing in little 3 to 4 inch sections until I have all of my hair within the lock. Then I just crochet that little curl through the root, through the base of my braid, and I'm wrapping my hair down the lock. Very simple, very easy, very quick. And I'm loving the texture on these locks. Like even just watching this video back, I'm losing my mind, okay? Now granted, when you first put them in, they be a little stiff, okay? But we're gonna put some mousse and product on it to kind of relax it a little bit so it can kind of hang and give more of a vibe. The first day it was a little stiff. But do you see how easy it is to just kind of slide your hair down the middle? And then you have that little extra little curl, little bohemian curl. I actually went ahead and wrapped all my boho curls around my locks because I got tired of that real quick. But I did want to show you guys how to do both. Just so you guys would know, this is what it looks like before we add in the product. And I'm kind of in love. Now I'm just going in with the mousse and adding it to our little boho curls as well because it's already on the ends of the hair just to kind of give them a little bit more definition. But yeah, this is it for the most part. You can add accessories. I have some here that I thought about adding, but to be honest, I think I just want to go for a really natural, chill look. Insert footage of me with the accessories because I know I'm gonna end up doing it anyway, especially for tomorrow. Okay, let's get into the styling. Now we have everything installed. We got the curls defined for the most part, but we got to do a little baby here. We got to do a little shaping, okay? A little finishing touches. Now, to start off, I'm going to give it a little trim. I just added some shape by making the bottom really even, and then I added some layers up top, like all up in here. As you can see, my locks are way shorter up top. It gives it like a vibe, a shape, and then when I wear my side parts, everything lays right. It just does something. Now, we also got to do these baby hairs. Y'all know it had to happen. Please don't play. If you're familiar with my channel, baby hairs is gonna get baby haired, okay? So I'm laying those down with this baby hair. With this edge control that I have been kind of obsessed with. The ingredients are amazing and it smells like lemongrass, which is a yes for me. It's called Lock Twist Braid Wave Edge Gel. If I can find it on Amazon or something, I will link it, but I got it at my local beauty supply store and loves the ingredients. I think it's Black owned as well, so definitely check this out because it slaps. But you know this hair is lightweight because I can put it in a ponytail on the first day. Not only do my edges not feel like they're about to snap, okay, because some of y'all be doing y'all locks way too tight. They're very lightweight. You can do a ponytail, you can do a bun, you can do a side part, you can play with it, you can flip it. It felt like me immediately, okay? I love her down. If you will wear this style, comment down below and let me know in what length. Because I'm loving this like mid-back length situation, but I also want to try them down to my butt. And I also want to try it bob. So if you want to see either of those in this style, let me know because I want to make it for you. Okay, I hope that you guys really enjoyed today's video. I hope it was very informative as possible. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, babes. And before I go, I have to show y'all how to remove them because y'all have to know the whole process. Duh. Anyway, so removing them is even easier. Believe it or not, all you have to do is find the little piece that you use to wrap the lock up top. I try to find it like maybe an inch or two down so I'm not pulling on my scalp. I give it a little tug, okay? A little healthy tug. And then I unwrap it the rest of the way up and just slide the lock out. It is so easy. I took all of my locks out in literally like 10 minutes. I'll say 20 just to be safe because I was watching a YouTube video. But that's it. Love you guys. Bye.